Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 9 trades, as you can see down at the bottom. Today's date is November the 10th. Getting this video out a little bit later as I've been tied up talking to 2 different traders. But anyhow, now I can finally sit down and do this video for YouTube. So let's see now. I am using my new trigger zones system. Lately I've been calling it the Holy Grail. I know there's no such thing as the Holy Grail, but when you're pumping out hundreds of pips every day, you know, what would you call it? And the magic indicator is this one right here, the goal line, the TZ. TZ is short for trigger zones, the indicator. And as I said, I've found the magic indicator and the Holy Grail trading system. It helps me to find the beginning of the ups and down cycles within the market. You can easily trade all 3 sessions, 24 hours a day. Now I call that the flow of the market, which you have to learn. And just to let you know, most of these trades, if not all of them, were taken directly from my daily trade plan for this day. So if you don't have the daily trade plan, I recommend you get your hands on it. And I do charge $100 a month for that. So now we can get into these trades. Pound Aussie trade. After I drilled down the lights, I knew from the higher time frames I want to be selling it, and that's why there's the arrow there. So let's see where I got in at. Right here in this red candle, pulled the trigger. Lately I've been taking trades even past 7 o'clock in the morning. Some of them were past 10 o'clock this morning. And I closed them all out, looks like between 10 and 11 o'clock this morning. Done trading for the day. And that was a little over 2 hours ago, so I was tied up for a couple hours talking to traders. So took the trade here, didn't even go 1 pip against me, the way I love to trade, and I closed it out just being happy. Keep in mind, when I'm happy, it's 100 or more pips, and I haven't done the math yet or the pip total, but I'm really sure it's well over 300 pips for today. Close it out with 22 pips, and those 22 pips on the Pound Aussie paid out $1,619. Moving on to 30-year bonds. Let's see how that turned out. Here we go, US 30-year bonds. I waited as the higher time frames was saying to sell. There's the arrow. I waited, got in right at the goal line here, decided to do one more test of the top. Did go against me about 40 pips. Remember, each pip pays $5, and I could have stayed in for a lot more, but I was happy with 46 pips. And those 46 pips paid $2,350. Remember, with the futures market, it moves a lot, even past 11 and 12 and even 1 o'clock. Market is still moving. And be careful of the opening bell, which happens right here on this red candle at 9:30 a.m. New York time. Moving on to a pair that I don't trade that often, the euro dollar. And as you can see in the euro dollar right here, a lot of red, a lot of downs. Watch for the bearish trade. Remember, if you don't know how to drill down the lights and how to make this kind of a plan up, I highly recommend you get your hands on it. You're going to get a lot of pips every day. Let's see now. So there's the arrow reminding me that I want to sell. Let's see where I got in at. About 8:45 in the morning. Pulled the trigger here after this candle closed because that's the trigger to sell. First off, I have to make sure that I got the right template. I had a different template on that one. Here is the trigger zones. This is where I got in at right after this candle, and the signals down at the bottom saying to sell. Now it decided to do what the market does many times. It's very random, and it does go back to the goal line, sometimes a little bit past it. It was around 25 pips. It didn't bother me because I had the higher time frame in my favor. Ended up closing it out, looks like with 25 pips, and 25 pips paid $10 on each pip, and those 25 pips, as you can see, paid $2,500. Moving on to pound dollar. See where it is. There's the arrow, higher time frames telling me to sell. Here it is again, right here, pound dollar. Look at all the downs. Watch for bearish trade. Trading is easy when you've got a good system and a good trade plan. Once you get both of them in order, the pips are just going to start adding up. And let's see now. By the way, every one of these trades I sold. Let's see where I got in first of all. Market, as I said, is very random, and it can do that. Went back and tested this resistance. Not a big deal. Went against me about let's measure that again. Got in at this cursor. Went against me about 30 pips or so. Not a big deal. Remember, on these pound pairs, 10 or 20 pips many times will not hold. Looks like I got 27 pips. Each pip is worth $10, I should say. And those 27 pips paid $2,700. Moving on to crude oil. Let's see what happened with this one. So after I drilled down the lights, I knew I wanted to be selling. This one I took later on, 10:17 in the morning. I had to wait for the cycle. And these indicators down here at the bottom, what I call the magic indicator, it really pinpoints the cycles. So here we go. I knew I wanted to be selling. Sell signal right on the line. Another one right here. So that's exactly what I did. Wasn't too difficult. Didn't even go one pip against me. And well, unfortunately, I was super happy with over 300 pips. So I just decided to close out the trade. Could have made a fortune. And one of these days, I'm going to let it run. By the way, I'm getting a buy signal. I could have locked in over 200 pips here. But it looks like I got 29. Should be 29, as each pip is worth $10. So 29 pips. Paid out $2,900. And you know what that would have paid, 200. Holy cow. That's a lot of money. Anyhow, no matter how I look at it, it still is a lot of money. So I was very happy with those pips. And by the way, if you're the type of trader who likes to get a lot of pips, well, I have 2 excellent training videos called How to Stay in the Trade for More Pips. But anyhow, that's if you're only trading one instrument and you're trying to get maximum pips. But when I'm trading 5 to 10 trades, well, when I get a certain number of pips and I'm happy, I just close out the trades. Gold, another one that moves a lot. Let's run a check on gold. Now the daily trade plan did say on gold here, for a bullish trade, and certainly the entry would have been right on the goal line. Could have got 430 pips there. But I didn't catch this move up, but I knew I was going to grab some pips on the way down. There's your sell signal right there on that candle. Let's see where I got in at. So And I just was in for a short run. Could have got a lot more, but I was happy. Happy with 30 pips. Should be 29 actually. Well, let's go with 29 because, well, almost 30 pips because that's almost 3,000. So 29.9 pips, if you want to be accurate, paid out $2,990. And again, could have made a lot more. Moving on to pound CAD. Let's see how that turned out. We're selling. Did qualify for a great way to trade. Everything screaming to sell from the higher time frames. And look at right here. Don't you wish you had this daily trade plan this morning? Pound CAD. Look at all the downs. Watch for bearish trade. Preferred. If you would have just taken this one trade today, just this one, it would have paid a lot more than the $100. Took the trade here. This one I stayed in for more. It went against me 8 pips. Looks like I closed it out at a pretty good total here. Pound CAD paid out 44 pips, and those 44 pips paid out $3,623. You're probably wishing right now you had my daily trade plan. And if you want to get it, all you got to do, get in contact with me. Now, Euro CAD here this morning, I did it twice because I was so sure it was going to go down. Another winner right here, Euro CAD. Look at all the downs. Could have put the word preferred in here, but for a particular reason I didn't, because the weekly. But anyhow, bearish trade. That's all you're looking for. Sell. That's what bearish means. Sell. Oh, wait a second. I already put one in there. Let's make sure we're on the right pair here. Here we go. Last two sold. Euro CAD. There's the arrow. Everything was screaming to sell. Let's see where I got in on the first trade. Right here, as it was dropping, there's the signal right there. Don't you just love this indicator? This magic indicator? You know? Sell. So, no brainer. Simple. Sold it. Lovely, lovely 51 pips. And those 51 pips on that one paid $4,187. Moving on to the second position I actually took, because I was so sure it was going down. Actually, this was the first one. Let's see, 6:50 in the morning, right here. The other one was almost 8:50. So it was this one. So let's see where I got in at. Did go against me 16 pips. And I locked in, looks like 54 pips. And those 54 pips on the Euro CAD paid $4,348. So as it turns out, another great day of trading with my trigger zone system. As I mentioned earlier, for sure it was at least 300 pips. I was correct as usual. Today pip and tick total came to 328 pips. And those 328 pips paid out $27,219. So if your system is not producing like my trigger zone system, I suggest you get your hands on it. And to do so, to get more information on that, all you got to do is look right below this video and you'll see this write-up. My trigger zone system, I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market, or the cycles of the market. If you don't learn this, you're never going to learn how to trade the markets. My trigger zone system has 5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. It comes with 6 MT4 templates, 8 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Now I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. This is all just bonus stuff, which certainly will help you learning how to trade the markets. Now, there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways. If I'm not mistaken, all the trades today were a great way to trade. Very high success rate for me. It's about 95%. And due to the fact that there's a lot of ways to trade, that's the main reason I produced 50 training videos. Now, I'm not going to read everything in here as we're running short of time, so please put the video on pause, read everything. If you have any questions at all, simple, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. Now, if you live too far, just send me an email. Here's my email address. Remember, there's an underscore right here. Now, I do prefer Skype. Simple again. All you got to do is click on it, and we will have Skype connection. And through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session, answer your questions, give you some tips and tricks. And of course, I do all of that with no obligation to you. Now, if you click on this link right here, you'll see 35 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So, just about time to wrap up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, until the next video, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.